the owner of Advanced Plumbing and Mechanical, and that's Mr. Zach Johnson. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks
How
for
are
having
ya?
me. Oh, good. Thanks. Looking forward to
Good,
this.
good. Glad to have you in one of our featured businesses this month. And Zach, let's jump right into this cold weather and what that means for homeowners.
Yeah, you didn't say anything great there on the weather.
No, it was a terrible forecast.
Yeah, it's going to be cold, and if your house is maybe one of those houses that potentially has some pipes that are freezing up, I would keep the faucets running, turn the heat up a little bit more than maybe you normally would, and if you see any gaps or cracks in your foundation, if you can see daylight, then air is going to get in there and cause you some problems, and definitely cheaper to maybe keep a little bit of water moving than it is to have a pipe break and we're ripping in open walls and cabinets and things like that. We see it all the time. So do what you can to prevent it before it happens.
How much water should one leave running with the pipe?
It really doesn't take too much, just a small steady stream, and you want to make sure that you're getting the hot and the cold if they're both right there and they could freeze. So yeah, it doesn't take much. Yep.
I've always heard that it's the pipes that are located on the outside walls. Is that still correct?
Yeah, we see it on outside walls a ton, drafty crawl spaces, or even basements that, like I said, have maybe air gaps in the sill plates and things like that where you can see daylight. Just things that most people don't think of until it's almost too late. So keep an eye on those things, keep them protected, and you should be in good shape.
Okay. And I see you guys do a lot of municipal work, especially assisting the city here in Monmouth and other cities.
Yeah.
So we think about water main breaks when we get into this terribly cold weather.
Oh yeah, the city of Monmouth over the 18 years that we've been in business has just been wonderful to our company. Old infrastructure is what about every little town in the state of Illinois has, and states around us. So that infrastructure costs a lot of money to upkeep and to repair, and it breaks more and more often as it gets older, and especially when we have frost in the ground. You wouldn't believe what a couple inches of frost does when it starts to heave and break those water mains. So it's going to get this cold, and it's going to drive the frost in deeper, and I'm sure we'll be helping somebody.
I know you will. Now, the good news is we've had a lot of upgrades with our infrastructure.
Absolutely.
And you guys have been there to be able to help with that. What have you seen? What's different about the infrastructure you're putting in today versus what you're replacing?
Well, we're replacing a lot of pipes that are in the ground that have been there for 100 years more, and some a little bit less. Cast iron piping, not as flexible, a lot more brittle, just due to time. I mean, water's very abrasive, so the millions and millions of gallons of water that have run through those mains have deteriorated the insides of them and made the walls thinner. And we're replacing those with a heavy wall plastic C900 water main for the city of Monmouth. That's what they spec. Not as prone to having the flexibility issues that the steel pipe has. Helps them quite a bit. So
Okay.
Yep.
You help other municipalities too.
Absolutely. There's a lot of little towns around here that we work for that have been really good to us. We do work for the New Windsor, Viola, Galva, Roseville. The list kind of just goes on of the towns that we help. Yep.
Well, it's nice having local people to be able to call, whether it's electricians, plumbers, concrete. It's just nice having those local folks.
Yeah, we're very appreciative of the support that we've had throughout the community, and I think the service that we provide, we try to do our best job. Nobody's perfect, but we give it our best go every day.
Yes, we celebrate local here at the radio stations, and you're one of our featured local businesses this month. Zach, tell us all about Advanced Plumbing and Mechanical.
2008 is when Randy Trigo and I started the business, and we're still going at it. There's 17 of us now. We're located at 1340 South Main. We have three wonderful ladies that work in the office, answer the phones, do the billing, and everything like that. So really good team. We're really we're a close knit group of guys and gals, and we can pretty much handle anything that has to do anything with piping. That's just whether it's water, sewer, residential bathrooms. We do a ton of we do sell a shower called Onyx, so bathroom remodels for folks. Pretty much anything plumbing related and piping we can help you with.
Okay, and that's what your phone number is, 734
Pipe, yeah.
PIPE.
Yep.
That's it makes it easy to remember. I'll say that.
Yeah.
What have you seen over the 18 years? What's
But some of the materials have changed a little bit since I started. We use a lot of PEX piping nowadays. Doesn't seem to be as susceptible to corrosion and things like that. So fixtures have changed a little bit over time. More efficient on water flow. They've made the stools flush better with less water. So we've seen some changes like that have helped a little bit on water consumption bills. But it's still just gravity.
It is. And you guys do all of the work too. So you can replace that shower. You replace the stools a lot. A lot of people go from those old, some of those houses have those small, low to the ground. And when we get older, that ain't working, right?
Yeah. So, a lot of old 3-gallon flush round tank stools go to a comfort height or an ADA height stool nowadays. I'd say that's the majority of what we would put in residential and commercial, obviously. So, yeah.
Okay. And you have about 17 employees. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And are you looking at hiring any more here in this coming year?
It all depends on it's just workflow, right?
Yeah.
So we're always probably looking. We want to grow if we can. But the people that we've had around, we've had for a long time. Like in the 18 years, we've had minimal turnover. We try to take really good care of those folks, and they're really well-paying jobs
Yes.
in the community.
Yes.
Trades jobs are in desperate need throughout the country. So,
Boy, that is so true. To remind us about what a trades job is and how important it is to the flow of just everyday life.
Yeah, I mean, plumbing is an example. If your drains are backing up and your water's not flowing, it's pretty hard to live in your house. There's little things that you take for granted, and where all those things happen underground and where they leave your house and go to, and all the work on the back end that these municipalities do that nobody sees.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, electricians' jobs, HVAC jobs, carpentry jobs, iron workers, you name it. Those jobs are in high demand, and they're going to be for decades to come. So. For those kids out there in high school right now that maybe think that a 4-year program isn't for them, I would look into the trades, and you're gonna make an awesome living and have a cool, rewarding job.
I think you're so right, and boy, we need it. I mean,
Yeah.
you've been there for me at my worst,
Thanks,
the basement.
Yeah, I remember.
And you're like, what in the heck? You cannot control the weather.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't control sewer.
Yeah. You get those heavy rains, and we have older parts of towns, and all the towns do, to where they might have combination sewers, and they can only take so much rainflow. And the closest place for them to go to relieve that pressure might be in somebody's basement or something like that. And it's just a lot has changed since that infrastructure was built. The more buildings they build, more asphalt they get, more water runoff, the more it causes a problem. So.
And notice I said you were the one, and I mean,
yeah, I was at your
there,
house for it was
years
late at
ago,
night, years
yeah.
at night, yeah.
And it just out of nowhere, some wacko weather thing happened, and holy moly! And again, thank you for being.
Oh, no problem.
I think you were on call, and you're the owner.
Yeah, well,
I understand that.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, sometimes I wonder what I signed up for.
Exactly. Well, let's talk a little bit about locally here.
Yeah.
We last night we had a special board meeting with the Warren County Board. Parker has his story on that coming up in our local news, and kind of just walk us through. Sometimes a challenge is being local.
Yeah.
If you're not a union, and again, no disrespect to our Warren County Board, they work very hard.
They've
tough
been really
project.
good. Yeah, this. They're trying to do the best that they can for us. I truly believe that, and that board meeting last night showed that. That's a really good group of individuals that have a thankless job. Honestly, it'd be tough. So, we're trying to get our foot in the door over there. We're a local contractor that can do it.
And we're talking about building the jail, right?
We're talking about building the jail. Yeah, building the jail, and we're striving hard to maybe be a part of that. The largest project that the county has done dated back, the courthouse. I believe, talking to Sean Cavanaugh, I think he said the courthouse was, believe it or not, was built for like $70,000 or $80,000. Isn't that wild?
Yes.
So this would really be the largest funded project ever built by the county, and we would like to be a part of it if possible. There's always some loopholes that we have to jump through and things like that, but we've done everything we can, and it's kind of in their hands now to see what we can have done for us.
Yes.
So, yep.
The tough challenge is, of course, you would think, hey, let's have our tax-paying local business be the ones who build a project such as this. but there's things out of the control of the county board that are legalities that could put the county in jeopardy if,
Absolutely.
because it's a design build, they call it, contract. So, boy, there's a lot that goes into this thanks to the lawyers.
yeah. There's a fine line that the county has to walk, which we completely understand at Advanced Plumbing, and the contractor that they've selected to do the job, I think, is going to do them a good job. Truthfully, whether we're involved or not,
Sure.
we would like to be involved. Obviously, kind of a legacy thing for us if we can be involved in that, just due to the size of it, and every one of our employees besides one lives in Warren County and pays into this tax base. So it would sure mean a lot to us to be involved in it.
Sure. And it's not just you guys. You're talking concrete,
Yeah,
landscaping,
absolutely.
electrician.
Yep.
It's all encompassing. So
100%.
good luck to the county board. I mean, it's not, for folks that don't know, if you haven't been to the meeting, it's not as easy as it looks in decision making.
No, I don't want their job. That's for that's.
And they have positions open that you.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
If people want to run for county board right now.
I'm good. I always every time I go in there to talk to them, I'm always apologetic. Like, I don't want to be, I don't feel like I told them the other day I'm the bad penny, I guess. It just doesn't go away. So, yep.
Well, we are featuring Advanced Plumbing and Mechanical. We love to feature our local businesses every month. Zach Johnson here with us. He is the owner. Anything else you want people to know about your local business?
I appreciate the radio station and you having all these companies on. That is wonderful that you're doing that for the local community. I appreciate all the support that this town has given Randy and myself and all of our employees over the years. It's really been very nice. We try to give back as much as we can to the community through the YMCA, the school districts, things like that. We're
Sure.
always willing to help, and it's because those people are all helping us. So I can't thank everybody enough. It's been very, very nice to have over the last almost 18 years here in May.
Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank
Here's
you.
to another 18 years
Yeah.
for you and Randy.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
You are welcome. That is Zach Johnson with us, Advanced Plumbing owner.